okay, I only have 5 minutes on each video. Um, so I was talking to Dr. Baldwin, the surgeon, about those options. But in the meantime, some of the nurses had suggested that I join some Facebook groups for parents of kids with esophageal atresia and tracheoesophageal fistulas.
Say that 3 times quick.
So I did. And the option that a lot of them went with from around the country was they went to Boston's Children's Hospital, which specializes in these esophageal issues. So I talked to Dr. Baldwin about it and asked his medical opinion on that, and he agreed that that is the best. No one's going to say not to do that. So Jason and I chose to do an official inquiry into Boston's Children's Hospital. We have no timeline on what will happen or if it will happen. I should find out this week kind of how it works. We did let the officials at our hospital, North Central Baptist, know. They're nothing but supportive of the decision. They just want what's best for Ryan. So they're starting the process, I believe. Again, I'll know more tomorrow, probably, or this week. But from most people in the Facebook groups, it took a couple months to get accepted into Boston, mostly because of Corona, because if they can't do emergency surgeries, then sometimes they won't bring people in. And also the fact that we're from Texas, or in Texas, Ryan's from Texas, that right now is not good because Texas is on all the different states' lists. So if we did get accepted and if it took a couple months, I would go with Ryan. I would stay in a Ronald McDonald House or something similar, and he would be at the hospital. And most likely they would perform what's called the Foker method, Foker. And that is a method where they take the parts of the esophagus with stitches out his back, and each day pull a little bit more tension until the gap has lessened a little more. And the reason that this would be necessary for him is that he's got what's called long gap EA, which means we can't just sew together what's there now. There's too much of a gap. It would put more stress on the esophagus and eventually lead to more problems or result in infection or tears. So we don't want that. So with this Foker method, they would stretch it little by little. Sometimes it takes just a couple weeks. Sometimes it takes a few more. But most of the families were there. It looked like maybe about 2 months. So if we do that, and if it takes the 2 months, then after that, though, he would probably be able to eat like most babies. And I mean, he might be almost done with formula then and be able to start some actual
pizza and stuff, hamburgers.
Maybe not that, but maybe like purees. Some of the kids were able to start purees within a couple of days. We are very lucky that Ryan does not have any mouth aversions. A lot of kids who have the ventilator on as much as he has, besides his first 3 years or 3 months of life.
Only 3 years.
3 years, yeah, it seems like it sometimes. But other than his first 3 months of life, every time he's had surgery, he's had to be on the ventilator. So for this Foker method, he would be on a ventilator. He would be laying on the side, and he would be given his medicine to stay extremely still. I believe it said that once a day they wake them up for a little bit of movement, but very controlled movement. So while that sounds scary and unfortunate, we think that this is what's going to be best for him. So please just continue the prayers that, first of all, we get accepted into this program, that COVID doesn't stand in our way, and also that we're safe in traveling both ways if that has to happen. And that everything goes well.